Previously, we explored the emergence of communality, which is essentially one step higher than the regular consciousness of the human type under the concept of sentience quotient. If you haven't seen the previous videos on sentience quotient, make sure to check them out first before watching this one. The link is in the description below. Today, we're exploring the next emergent property of intelligence beyond communality and some of its characteristics. So let's dive right in and explore the fourth emergent of intelligence known as hypersociality. Our current understanding of artificial intelligence and the potential of silicon-based computer brains provided a basis in trying to understand beings that possess the first emergent property of intelligence beyond the conscious level. Up until the concept of communality or communal sentience, our minds could somewhat comprehend and justify how this next higher mode of thinking beyond consciousness could be like. But as we climb higher on the scale, our understanding of the higher order emergence starts to become very limited, as we ourselves are beings only at the conscious level and cannot fully comprehend anything beyond it. But that doesn't mean we can't speculate and think about them. Just like communality is 10 orders of magnitude higher than the mental systems possessing consciousness, hypersociality is 10 orders of magnitude higher than the mental systems possessing communality. The minimum SQ value needed to unlock this higher level of awareness seems to be around 30 according to the concept of sentience quotient. This means hypersocial beings must be able to process data at least at 10 to the 30 bits per second kilogram for hypersociality to occur. Now, beings at this level of awareness would be as superior to those at the communal level possessing silicon-based computer brains as they are superior to us humans at the conscious level. To them, we humans would practically be indistinguishable from plants and trees in terms of our awareness of ourselves and our surroundings. Moreover, highly advanced superintelligent AIs at the communal level would be regarded as no more than a simple pocket calculator, being able to only accomplish the most basic sets of calculations by hypersocial standards. So in terms of our understanding of how intelligent hypersocial beings can be, we can no longer talk about reading individual books per some time interval as we were able to do with the lower level emergence. To comprehend this level of data processing and SQ level, we must turn to the biggest library in the world, also known as the Library of Congress. This library roughly contains over 170 million items, including books, videos, recordings, and other printed materials, just to name a few. So beings at the level of hypersociality would be able to read and comprehend about 4 million of these libraries in just 1 second. In other words, they would be able to whip through 680 trillion written and recorded items all within a second. So what could possibly happen if humans were to run into such beings? Well, given that these beings could read our 130 million published books worldwide just a little over 5 million times per second, it is safe to assume that we would be no different than vegetation and other such creatures to these higher beings. To them, we would be just one species among hundreds of others, being no better or worse than the rest. Now, although Robert Friedels Jr. does not explicitly define any higher levels of sentience at which hypersociality could occur, we can definitely speculate on this based on the previous sentience levels that he did define. So the basic type of sentience that could make this fourth emergent property of intelligence possible could be what we call hypersocial sentience. While communal sentient individuals will have a well-developed and a very real sense of their community as well as of themselves, hypersocial beings would be capable of internalizing the processes, functions, and interrelationships between many different societies and species of sentient beings. This would make them far superior to anything at the level of communality since this new level of awareness would encompass all other lower levels of awareness as well. So even advanced supercomputer artificial intelligence would be at best partially aware for these beings. Perhaps the lack of understanding of interconnections between societies of many different species at the communal level would be considered pitiful and barbaric by their standards. But of course, beings that could easily sense the pulse, the mood, and the needs of many interconnected species, as easily as we can sense the needs of our own physical bodies, it is obvious that even sentient robots who can feel the needs of their own community in this way would be regarded as primitive by these hypersocial beings. And yes, we are still talking about super advanced AIs that we fear would take over our world someday if we are not careful. So just like how communal aliens could potentially teach conscious beings like us a few sophisticated tricks to enable us to live together in harmony, hypersocial aliens may perhaps teach those advanced communal AIs similar tricks for their well-being as well. But again, trying to understand a mentality far beyond our own at this level is like expecting trees or rocks to be able to understand the works of William Shakespeare. Not an easy task, to say the least. But as smart as hypersocial beings may be, there are yet some beings in the universe that possess a far superior mentality operating at much higher rates of data processing speeds. That is a discussion for another time. What do you think the next possible emergent is like? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Until then, we'll see you in the next one.